PK52, the Saturday morning meeting, closing out phone skills. Hey, I got right here some objections overruled. Customer says on the phone, I've got perfect credit, what's my rate? So you got to answer that question. That's the most important thing. You can't just say it depends. They just said they had perfect credit, so let's just assume they have perfect credit. Toyota's always got some programs going on. State the program you know something about. It doesn't even have to be on the product they're talking about. Say, you know, right now on our certified cars, we got 2.9. That's all of our certified pre-owns. We also have a 1.9 on RAV4 or $1,500 cash back. So there's always programs going on. So when you come in, we'll give you the program that's the best overall program for you to make your payment the lowest. So that's the best way to overcome, I've got perfect credit. Another one is, I've got credit problems. Excellent that they gave you this before they came in. I've got credit problems. Then you need to tell them to bring in the things they need to do to get bought. They're going to need 10 friends and family members, and they may ask why. Say, you know what? You've had a little credit history in the past where they're a little unsure about you. They just want to make sure that if you don't pay your note, that they can find you. So unfortunately, that's the way we're going to rebuild your credit. So make sure you bring names and addresses and phone numbers. Bring a copy of a utility bill in your name and either your house note or your lease in your name. So if they come in with the steps, we're in really, really good shape. So just to make sure I don't forget anything. Oh yeah, here's the one right here. Guy calls up and says, well, I've already called the one around and I've got your price beat by $2,000. So then you need to ask him and say, did you get a VIN? The vehicle identification number. Because I can actually pull that vehicle up right here at my dealership and make sure that the car that I'm showing you and the car you're looking at are exactly the same. You certainly don't want to leave out anything on the car that you absolutely want, and you don't want to pay for something that you don't want. So let me get verification. The answer is always going to be, well, I don't have that. And I said, you know, it's easy to quote a payment. Let me do this. Let me get you all the information you need. Let me have a contact number, and let me get that information out to you as soon as possible. Right now, they've got a verbal from another dealership or another 2 dealerships. You'll be the only one that follows up with a text or an email with the absolute selling price. Make sure it's a price that you'll sell the car for. If somebody's $2 grand below that price, gang, when they get there, sometimes the customer's so frustrated they go ahead and buy the car. So let's don't let them go there. Used vehicle line ad caller. Listen, they'll call about a Camry that they saw at Uncle Earl's Dependable Used Cars. Of course Uncle Earl has a car that's less money than ours. First of all, he didn't have a certified tech to check the car out. So we don't know whether the car's good or not. Did we pull a Carfax on Uncle Earl's car? Listen, if Uncle Earl owns a car for $2,000 back of what we can sell you one for, then it's got to paint a little doubt, right? It's either he took advantage of somebody and bought the car way lower than he should have, or there could be an issue with the car. Our cars are quality checked by our technicians, and we also have used cars that are certified pre-owned. So use the quality statement. And the last thing is, if they've got a quote from a newspaper or another dealer and it's a solid quote, tell them to bring the quote in. There's no Toyota dealership that's going to pass on a solid quote. Bring the quote in. We'll either match it or beat the quote and go ahead and set the appointment. Remember, think your way through this, but the most important thing you can do on phones is to complete the transaction. Send them a form out so you can get information on the trade. Find out, are you going to be coming alone or who'll be with you? Well, I'll be coming by myself. I said, is this car for you, or is there multiple people in the decision-making process? Well, no, it's going to be for my wife. Let's do this. Instead of you coming in and then having to come back and bring your wife in, is there an alternate location that would be better for me to bring the car? I would much prefer to bring the car to your office or to the neighborhood for my first presentation, because you'll be more comfortable and I'll be more comfortable. So go after the customer with the intent of not setting the appointment, but the intent on selling and delivering the car. Remember, you're in control of the phone conversation because they're asking you for information. The only way you can kill this call is to tell them that you don't know or you have to check. Remember, PK52 every weekend, the Saturday morning meeting.